Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Friday. And this is a wrap up to a very interesting week. It's the week after the boot camp, and so certain days are a little more fuzzy than others, and I'm coming out of it, so it's all good. But I was thinking about what to talk about today, what to share, and today is my 43rd anniversary with my wife. And, it's something that occurred to me is that relationships are something that sometimes are misunderstood, both in business and personal. So, first off, I'd like to say, or a happy birthday, happy anniversary. It was her birthday a couple of weeks ago, but happy anniversary to my wife, my best friend. And even though our personalities are so different, and many of you know us personally, and it's been said to us, how did you guys ever manage to stay married and communicate? Because she is an analytical driver, I'm an expressive driver. And there's some principles that I have learned along the way that I would like to share with you today. The first one is expectations. What are the expectations of the relationship? And whether it be a client, whether it be hey Mitch, how are you? Whether it be, a personal relationship, it doesn't matter. What are the expectations? I remember a story that Tony Robbins said, or told a number of years ago, where he had a friend that called him up very hurt because he said, I thought you were my friend. And Tony was really baffled because he said, well, you are my friend. Why do you think I'm not? And the response was, well, you don't call me. We don't go to lunch like every month. And he had this whole list of things of what it meant to him of being a friend. And Tony said, well, you're my friend, but if you want that level of connection, it's not going to happen because of my business, my lifestyle, my family. But, if you ever need something, it's going to always be there for you. And when we have those expectations, one of the things that I have found for me is that I have relationships with people. In fact, I had dinner with a couple of speakers that I have known for a number of years. And when we get together for dinner, it's like it's never had a break. We just start right back up. And I have that with so many individuals out there, is that it may be months in between, but we are connected. And so what are the expectations? What are the things that you want in that relationship, and the person or the organization that is engaging with you, what is it that they want and need for themselves? So having that as clear as possible, because it really is interesting. Relationships are very fragile. You can have a relationship with somebody for years and have one event, one word, one sentence that is said, maybe misunderstood, and have it all go away in a moment. So here's the part that is really interesting, and how it's really helped Sharon and I to have a very strong marriage and a very strong bond, is that how to support our differences. Because we have that tendency to draw in those individuals, those companies, those associations that are somewhat our opposite. We are fulfilling their need where they're weak, and they're fulfilling our need where we're weak, and together we're stronger. And so if we don't support the differences, instead of wanting to make them just like us, we could have a lot of conflict and could get in the way of the relationship. So like with Sharon and I, Sharon's idea of a perfect weekend, something that is really rejuvenating for her, is quilting. Building those quilt blocks and putting it into a pattern. And to me, if it doesn't go fast and go boom, I'm a little bit bored. So she supports me in the things that I do in some of my activities, and I support her in the things that she has going on. And so supporting those differences, even though we may be doing them separately, actually brings us closer together. And then another area, and there's 5 different areas, so this is number 3, is loyalty. Loyalty is not talked about a lot anymore, but loyalty is, and it can be broken. But my loyalty is that when I connect with you, I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there. And when that loyalty is broken, it's very hard to get back, if at all. I mean, there's times that you can accept, you can forgive, but once that is, you know, bridged in such a way to where there's a question mark, that is when the relationship is going to have and take on a different role. So the fourth thing is integrity. Be a person of your word. You know, when I tell my wife I'm going to take out the trash, I take out the trash. You know, whatever it is, it could be something very, very small, but in relationships, particularly in, well, that's not even particularly in business, in any relationship. I had a situation where I had gone to an event a number of weeks ago, and I got this note back from the person that I had said that I was going to connect them with a couple of resources. Well, I did it, and the response was, "I can't believe you actually did it. You followed through. You were connecting us, and you actually checked up on us to make sure that those connections were made." And so that integrity of when we say something that we do follow through. Now, we're all human. There are things that will go awry, and we don't always have the ability to fulfill, but being able to communicate, and that's a big thing in relationships, as I know all of you know, is communication, is so that we touch base, we let them know, we can let them know we have, you know, the brain fade, that we forgot, whatever it may be. But as we do that, we reestablish our integrity. And then the fifth thing is nurturing. Any relationship, no matter if it's you know, 1 or 2 times a year, it doesn't matter if it's once a month, with a client, with a person that is part of our sphere, our support, if we have a personal relationship, how do we nurture that? What are the things that really support that other person? And in relationships, one of the things that I like doing is looking for the things that other people enjoy. What are the things that really support them? And connecting those individuals with those events or maybe pieces of information, whatever it might be. But taking that personal interest, instead of saying, what's in it for me, it's what's in it for them. So those are 5 things that I have, you know, thought about today. As, you know, this is our 43rd wedding anniversary again, and people say, congratulations, you've made it. I'm not quite sure what that means, you've made it, but I'm looking forward to the next 43. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back doing a Facebook Live on Monday, right before the 4th of July here in the States, and because I don't want to lose that momentum, and I will. We'll figure out what the topic is on Monday, but if you've been enjoying these, if there's a topic you'd like me to share on whatever that your feedback, I always enjoy that. I appreciate that. So have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to connecting with you again on Monday, and be safe, be sane. Thank you so much, and thank you for the love. Talk to you soon. Bye.